the announcement is this. I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout next Friday, not today, but next Friday. And that particular Google Hangout will be focused on primarily one thing. I'm asking everyone to bring their own personal rap to this particular Google Hangout.
I'm going to expose myself on YouTube. I'm going to make a YouTube video embarrassing myself.
Thank
you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I got to tell you about the fabulous, most groovy
G-Man. G-Man.
You know you're breaking the law right now.
I will stomp a mud hole in you, sir.
I am not playing Dragnauct.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man.
No big in this guy, man.
My name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man. G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man.
No big in this guy, man.
My name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man. G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries.
Folks, it is not a baby carrot. What's going on? And I just realized D-Roy's still up here. No, D-Roy. Not you. Not today. Not today. Here we go. Let's change that to something more suitable. Here we go. There we go. All right. So, folks, I did not realize that a person could be so upset that from the grief that they get on the internet, from the stupid things that they do and say, that they would wish death upon the people saying it, which I guess, okay, I could see that, but to wish death upon the people who watch those people, that's a bit much. And that, when I say those people, you all. Rev News recently, if you've not heard, if you've not seen, has wished death upon you, the audience. And let me go to TGR Bytes real quick, because I would like people to see this. I think it's pretty telling. Before we get into it, waiting on some other people to get the notification. Let's see. Here we go. Perfect. There we go.
is so gay. Me streaming a stream, waiting for our stream. That's literally what this is.
You don't even have to. You don't even have to say anything.
What a fucking psychopathic bullshit. Yeah. Someone that has you blocked as moderator here. That's okay. Here we go, folks. Are you ready for some horse shit? I don't even know if I forgot I did do StreamYard. Shit, I'm sorry. Okay. That's literally what this is, though. This is like the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Literally. You know what I'm saying? Folks, do you get this? You know, I'm trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand how ridiculous and fucking pathetic this is. That you have individuals that are so disgusting and filthy and pathetic. They make me so fucking ill. I want to fucking vomit right now. On screen live, I'd like to vomit until I die. Do you understand me? These are the most demonic sacks of fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. So let's look at these fucking faggots. Okay? Are you ready? Here, are we going to enjoy this? I think we should enjoy this. Look at these fucking losers sitting in a fucking room saying bullshit about stuff we don't even fucking know. Yes, you are harassing us. Yes, you are harassing us. Yes, you are harassing us. She is correct. You are fucking faggots with no life. You are slandering us. You are slandering us. You are slandering us. Lying every day about us. And you will get sued.
Uh-oh.
Listen to these faggots. Yeah, I probably am echoing secular. I apologize. This is kind of just like evidence. You know what I mean? Yeah, go try a liquor store. Listen to these faggots. Do you enjoy listening to these piece of shit faggots, guys? Do you enjoy listening to these piece of shit fucking faggots? Like, are you enjoying listening to this? Are you liking hearing these people? Yeah, if you get pulled over, tell them it's heartburn. Yeah, that's hilarious, isn't it? There we go, now you can hear these faggots.
In Minecraft?
Are you hearing these faggots, these pieces of shit?
Like Faith did.
Are you enjoying hearing these total sacks of shit online?
Yeah.
Do you see these fucking faggots? Do you enjoy hearing these fucking moron fucking faggots?
That's because you're drunk, Rev.
No, I'm not drunk. I'm actually sober, you stupid
That's the
fucking
smell of
cunt.
shanty that's making you want to
You
vomit.
should fucking die, all of you, because you're useless sacks of garbage that harass people. You're absolute sack of shit fucking faggots that deserve death. I hope all of you that enjoy this show get cancer and die. You should be...
Okay. I think you all get the point. So that's those of us on the panel, those of you watching, deserve to get cancer and die because you laughed. You committed the one grand offense, and that is laughing at Rev News. Yeah, he does need a new insult. I stopped calling people that some years ago. That's not really a part of my lexicon now. It used to be, but I've changed that. I'm trying to remove calling people retarded out of my lexicon as well, because it is an actual insult to people who are genuinely mentally challenged. But yeah, wow. But just outside of that, and that's just my personal proclivity. But wow. So people laugh at you on the internet because of the things that you do and say. Like, you do lolsy things, and you've admitted that you do lolsy things from time to time, and you've laughed at yourself. But if someone else laughs at you, you are so insecure. You are that insecure that you would wish cancer upon the very thing that killed your mother. You would wish upon other people for laughing at you. Wow. Now, if I'd say something fucked up, like maybe your mom shouldn't have laughed at somebody and got cancer and died, I'd be fucked up for saying that, right? But we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there, because that'd be fucked up. But yes, and some of you heard the lawsuit. Well, it's gone back and forth. There were lawsuits, threats of lawsuits, and then the FBI was being notified that people were saying bad things about him and Shani on the internet. And so we've gone back to lawsuits now. I'm sure the CIA will be in on it next month, just based on the level of offense that he gets to. I'm not sure what the metric is or how he actually measures any of that shit, but who knows? I wouldn't be able to relate to that because I'm not that fucking sensitive. But I don't know. He is a peach. He is. So anyway. Yes, let's get back to one of my favorite idiots here. Oh, by the way, how did some of you who have not, who didn't know anything about DeRoy Cruz, how did some of y'all enjoy that? I did not realize that video that I reviewed went on. That was over 2 hours, and I tend to lose myself and what I want to say about DeRoy because there's more of a personal connection there to my past and my experience. So I tend to ramble on more than I care to about that idiot. But I promise I'm going to cut that down to like an hour and a half where my videos usually are. And yeah, so it's it's amazing. So I'm going to try and do not necessarily, maybe a recap. You might call it a recap of DeRoy, but I feel like I need to reintroduce DeRoy to people because a lot of people have forgotten. And to be honest, I don't think too many. There's only a handful of people who actually watch my playlists. I take the time and put them together, but some people are like, I just rather watch it live, and I get that, and I don't mind doing videos over again because it's like even having a I won't say fresh pair of eyes because it's the same set of eyes. They've gotten progressively worse because I need a new prescription, but having another go at it, another chance to reevaluate it may be valuable. I don't know. Like I said, I don't find what I do entertaining. You all do, so you'd have to tell me. Let me see who's in the chat. Stupid Core Energy. I was going to say thank you for something, Stupid Core Energy. Something that was sent to me some time ago. It was very useful this morning. Anyway, I watched a couple of DeRoy's recent videos on his channel, and I heard you pausing and commenting in my head. Yes, so if you've watched his recent videos, Kluge, the most recent ones one is about Trump, and then there's another one, I can't remember what it's about, but there's about 3 or 4 videos that's about one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and that's a Black experience in Japan. And so obviously that's something that I really like. Japanese mythology, tattooed on me. But I want to contact a few of those guys because there were some things that DeRoy had said concerning some of these guys' stories, and DeRoy does something that annoys the piss out of me. He tries to bootstrap his ignorant ass interpretation of the world, of people, and everything onto other people. He thinks because he can identify something within their realm and sort of like misinterpret it for his own purposes, that person must obviously agree with him on the ignorant shit that he says. So I want to what's going on, Chief? I want to find the timestamps and get a transcript of D-Roy stating something and specifically attributing whatever this notion is to the guy in the video. I want to contact the guy in the video and go, hey, there's this guy. Here's a little bit about his background. Here's what he's saying that he thinks that you believe and you're saying. Is this accurate? And then contrast whether it agrees with me or not. It doesn't matter. You know, that guy may agree with D-Roy. But just out of curiosity to see if D-Roy's abilities to deduce these things is accurate, which I'm going to say probably not. But I think that'd be fun. That takes a little bit more effort on my part, but I like receipts. What can I say? I like receipts. Anyway, this video, March 11, 2019. Now, this is around the time, says, I think a little bit before Shanny gets arrested. We'll say maybe a month or two before she gets arrested. So, that's to give you a general time frame. Today is the 34th birthday. Abe survived another year. Carnivorous Ape. Big shout out to Carnivorous Ape. Hello. I thought Rev wasn't a total lost cause, but I felt he had a couple of redeemable qualities about this weekend. Nope, never get any respect for them. That happens. That happens, Chris. I'm not in the habit of forgiving people who are quite blatantly racist. There's not really, that's just me personally. But there are times where I'll have a conversation with people in Discord, and we'll sit down and we'll talk about it. Like, let me separate that aspect of myself, and let's look at his other traits. Is he a victim of domestic violence? Yes. It doesn't matter how racist he is. He is a victim of domestic violence. That's been proven. He admitted to it. So is Shanny. Has he been raised properly? Probably not. I think a lot of what goes on with him and a lot of his missteps are due to him not being raised properly. His mother's probably the most wonderful racist up in Central PA. I don't know where Scranton is. I'm just saying Central. That you'd ever see. But her ability to rear someone to become an independent man was terrible.
Blacks are oppressed. Oh, we're so oppressed. Look at all the fucking money we got from the fucking welfare system to buy fucking lobster tails on your fucking EBT card.
This bribe is for a new word for the GSLAVE. Essential.
Blacks are oppressed. Oh, we're so oppressed. Look at all the fucking money we got from the fucking welfare system to buy fucking lobster tails on your fucking EBT card.
I am pretty jealous of Rev. Just think about how much he saves on his heating bill by dating a space heater.
You know what, Billy? You fucked up. Scranton's in northeast corner. Okay, thank you. I didn't know that. I have no idea. So she's probably the best racist mother that the northeast corner of PA had ever seen. But she did not raise somebody to be independent. She raised someone to be codependent upon alcohol and the inheritance that she conveniently left him because she probably knew he was going to be a fuck up. Anyway, enough about other people. Let's get to fucking this guy here, Mr. G-Man, Mr. Gary Moore of not Gary, Indiana. G-Man on the March 11, 2019, a few months before Shanny got arrested, went on a rant. G-Man was a bit upset that he had been charged recently with manipulating people and situations and everything and whatnot to his own advantage, and he wanted to put it out there using clickbait title called "I Did It for the Money" by saying, look, I don't make a whole bunch of money on my channel. People who are saying that I'm doing this for money are quite clearly mistaken. In fact, I only get money to do certain things when I do put my information out there. He specifically mentions that he sort of relegates this petitioning for money to the G podcast, and these funds are specifically, again, for dealing with the Black Hebrew Israelites, his primary antagonist. Even though he spends an enormous amount of time talking about non-believers, the Black Hebrew Israelites are sort of his bread and butter. That's where he feels the most confident, the most comfortable, and that his trips to New York City are not cheap. He has to pay for bus fare, cab fare to get there, and that's where that money goes. So for those of you who don't know, yes, that fare can be quite expensive. The cab fare, whether you're taking a train, there's a few different ways you can go from New Jersey to New York if you're not familiar with the location, and it could cost you a pretty penny. Now, people have also asked the question, well, Dragnauct, hold on for a second. Didn't you say at one point there were, a G-Man, say that there were Black Hebrew Israelites in his own backyard? Yes, there are. There's quite a few, actually. They aren't as plentiful and they aren't as organized, but they are there. They're readily available. He's not going to get the attention and the abundance of Black Hebrew Israelites that you'll find in New York. Mind you, there are different groups of Black Hebrew Israelites. Those among the One West camp. And One West is a reference to the street where a lot of this stuff got started. There's GMS, ISUPK, IUIC, so on and so forth. There are people who spend the time, such as his former compatriots in Shield Squad, that will go and they will spend an entire day in New York, and they will actually sit and have a conversation with these guys outside. I've actually witnessed this a few times. Not in real life. I've watched it live on, I believe it was Faithful to God's channel. I watched Vocab Malone and a few others. They all, took time out of their day to travel to New York and converse with these guys. And it was actually a very cordial conversation. The equipment that they had, however, was very expensive. It was getting later in the day. They had a few lights set up. They had microphones for the guys that they were talking to. It seemed like one of those street interviews that you watch on TV, where people are clearly given equipment to help enhance their ability to communicate so that everyone could hear them. It's not G-Man on the street yelling at someone and recording them on his phone where you can barely hear anything, right? People donate to the former. The equipment, the setup, the cordial, civil nature of the conversation is what they want, because they want to hear what's going on. There are people who are on the fence and want to hear each side. That is something that I've personally donated to. Just so people are aware. I have also donated so that they can afford more equipment, better equipment, right? Because I think these types of conversations are useful. Even though I don't necessarily agree with the other side, which would be the Christian side, I see the utility in getting people out of a cult, right? Because in a lot of cases, in most cases, from what I've seen, the Black Hebrew Israelites are a cult. And so if getting people out of a cult and into a religion I don't agree with is the lesser of two evils, guess which one I'm going to go with? So, now that begs the question. Yes, one of his brothers is a Black Hebrew Israelite. Why is it that G-Man seems to be so obsessed with other people getting money on the internet? Why should he even care? If it has nothing to do with Black Hebrew Israelites at all, why would he even care? Because mind you, the point that he's making here in this video is that the funds that he gets are only for his ministry. We'll use that term very loosely. So let's listen.
The only time you ever hear me talk about money on this channel is if I'm doing a fundraiser or as a G podcast.
because they use that money for transportation and everything. But y'all need to understand something. The reason why these people are attacking you is because they want to make money. They have no other reason for it. They want to make money. They're doing it for the money. Pay attention to the channels. You'll know which ones are doing it because they care about this, about the topics, and you'll know which ones are doing it strictly for the money. And atheists don't care because they know they're like, who cares about that person's life? He's a he's a creatard. We're gonna give money to this person to make this creatard miserable. At least that's the way of thinking and whatnot. Yeah, money can make these people do a lot of strange things. You know what I mean? But whenever I do G-Man versus the world, it's to have you guys confront me about the things that I've done or I've said. When I do the G podcast, I want to wake people up about the Hebrew Israelites. When I do the Bring It Hebrew Israelites, I like doing that because I get to sit down and have a candid adult conversation one-on-one with the Hebrew.
Now, mind you, G-Man's assertion here that the only reason people are going after people like him is for money. Now, you have to ask yourself, is that true or is that false? Well, if you're going by G-Man's track record of honesty, you could pretty much conclude that that's a false statement. But it wouldn't be a Dragnauct channel without some receipts, so let me show you. Now, if you look at my channel, I'll actually just, pull up my channel. I've been on here for quite some time. I joined YouTube, you see here, March 2007, but I wasn't actually making videos towards G-Man and others until much, much later. So, that being said, are there videos of me attacking G-Man or any of his compatriots prior to the introduction of the super chats? And some people have seen me do this before. And just to remind you, here you can see here's an article from January 12, 2017. YouTube launches new super chat tool, lets you pay to pin comments on live streams. There we go. So it's supposed to be available January 31st of 2017. So that's a few years ago. Now, that's about 3 years ago. Are there videos prior to 2017 where I've gone after him? So basically a video that's 3 years old, 4 or more years old. That I shouldn't be able to find anything like that if G-Man's telling the truth.
Israelite. My channel has a purpose. I want to win people to Christ, and I want to get people out of heresy and false teachings. That is the purpose of this YouTube channel, to warn people about the days that we're living in. I couldn't tell you what some of these other channels are for. Because 1 minute is this, the next minute is that, and it's all about the money for these people. And Brett Keene, if you're watching this right now, sir, I meant what I said on your YouTube channel in the comment section. You made an excellent video, and you made some really, 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 really good points in that. And you guys need to go see it. Atheists need to see it too. You need to go look in the mirror. The video is called "Can You Befriend an Atheist and an Agnostic?" Go to Brett Keene's YouTube channel and go watch it. It is a really good video. Video responses need to be made about that one. That's some of his best work. And Brett has some good videos on here exposing the militant atheists here online. I don't think that he goes about trying to expose all of them, because Brett Keene has atheists that he interacts with on his channel on a regular basis.
Blacks are oppressed. Cool. Oh, we're so oppressed. Look at all the fucking money we got from the fucking welfare system to buy fucking lobster tails on your fucking EBT card.
Good morning, Drag. Hey all, XO.
What's going on? Who's that? Irish? What's going on? So, remember what I said a few minutes ago? 2017 was the inclusion of the super chat. Now, if you look here, these videos are 5 years old here. These videos are 5 years old, right? That's around what, 2015? Some of these are going on 2014. I'm looking at some of these videos and I'm much thinner. I'm just right out of the military. This one, I'm in the military. I am right in a lot of these. Oh, look at this. The ignorance of G-Man. Wow, that's interesting. So 6 years ago, I'm still in the military because I recognize those blinds in the background. I'm still at Fort Irwin, California. And looks like that would be before any of the Super Chat stuff even happened. So it looks like G-Man's lying again. It looks like G-Man's been bullshitting. I'm sure we're all shocked by that. But just so you all know, because again, I've been doing this in the
It's
course.
not a real fucking gun. Help me.
Uh-oh. So have you seen G-Man's workout video? Did he make a new one? Did he? So this video, my first ever live stream, and of course it was with a Calvinist. It's called Discussion. One of the first people who were on my live streams was Grand Ultimate Villain. If you guys don't know, this is who he is. And this guy is the Calvinist that I had my first conversation with. So if you want to see like how I first started, these two videos are interesting. I'm not going to click on them because they're embarrassing. But it's about 6 years ago. So I know, shocked. Like it's G-Man. G-Man knew. But I signed all my Bitcoin over to you before Super Chats. Aha! There you go.
I have atheists as friends on here, but the militant ones, the ones that are trying to harm us, and then claim they're moral at the same time, I want nothing to do with those people. I don't even want to interact with them. One of them was in my live chat earlier, and I blocked him. I don't even need to hear them say the cat. I'm just going to block them on sight.
Now, mind you, he's blocking what he calls militant atheists. Now, the militant atheists are someone who's out there. They're usually more often than not anti-theists who say that, you know what, if you have a religion that's probably not the best thing in the world, you probably need to drop it. You know what? And it'll probably. And they actively promote that. Those are more the militant atheists. That's what kind of defines them. For G-Man has redefined them as a group of atheists who are harmful to you. How harmful? It could be just telling G-Man that he's short. Doesn't matter. Anything to G-Man's harm. So he is going to preemptively block people that he's labeled as being a militant atheist without actually telling you what they did to harm him. It doesn't matter. Anything that he perceives as harm will be harm. Again, it's not about reality for G-Man. It's about what he wants to believe. If G-Man wants to lie to himself and other people and then make it reality, he will.
Oh, we're so oppressed. Look at all the fucking money we got from the fucking welfare system to buy fucking lobster tails on your fucking EBT card.
I send you super chats just because I know how angry it makes him. I send you food cause I love ya. Lol.
Aw, thank you. You're just making me fat.
Now, if you're an atheist and you don't care about the Christian worldview, by all means, continue to do what you're doing. But just know that we Christians see right through what it is that you guys are doing. True empirical.
Now, mind you, if you've not watched me before, and I explain this, G-Man believes that there's a fundamental difference between people, self-professed Christians, let me put that in air quotes, Christians, and people he doesn't like. And I can't even say atheists because there's those of you in the chat like me who really don't believe in a God. They're not a real big fan of religion, whatever. It doesn't really take up a whole lot of your day at all. You go about your day just like anyone who does believe in a God, right? For G-Man, when he says Christian, he's talking about people who have professed a belief in Christianity, Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, and that agree with his very myopic view of the Christian religion and are useful to him and his ministry, right? These are people who G-Man can either utilize to sort of undergird his ministry or that actively coddle him and enable his terrible behavior. People like Veckel, True Empiricism, Sister Cherry, so on and so forth. Those are the people that he acknowledges, because if you ask him, are Catholics Christian? Well, no. Well, why not? Because they worship Mary. Is that so? Okay, cool. So what about this Protestant person here? Oh, no, that person, I don't like them. They're not a Christian. Well, hold on for a second. But they're not Catholic. Doesn't matter. If he cannot utilize them for his own purposes, his own selfish purposes, then they're not a Christian. And you'll see that. You will see that in the demarcation between Christian and not a Christian. The ability for G-Man to utilize them for his own selfish needs is one of the key aspects to that. It has actually very little to do with religion at all. At all. So when you see him and you hear him draw this dividing line and use that label, when G-Man says Christian, it doesn't mean what all of us know it to mean at all. He has his own esoteric definition for that.
Empiricism is true. Empiricism is worth your time. And the day you tell me I'm not worth your, you're just getting blocked. There ain't no point in you watching the channel. You just know.
So if you deem one of his fellow Christian buddies not worth your time for any reason, he's just going to block you. Now, why would he have that policy? If you are a believer and you go, you know what, I don't want to talk to him, he's not worth my time for any reason, because you can do that, he's going to block you and then deem you not a Christian, because only a true Christian would want to waste time on a guy who has lied about his education multiple times and is so dishonest that he will argue you down and tell you that you said something you've never said for years. How do I know that? Been there, done that. Been there, done that with the very same person. If you don't want to deal with someone like True Empiricism, one of his Christian buddies, who was also an enabler of G-Man's, because of his dishonesty, then G-Man's going to block you. Does that make sense to anybody? That's the network of people that he keeps within his inner circle. That's what's very important to him, that there's a bit of symbiosis there. He needs to make sure that there's not a mar against their image. Because by me telling people that that guy's not worth your time, G-Man can't then gain any of the prestige that he's trying to gain from True Empiricism. Because mind you, this is the same True Empiricism that supposedly taught him chemistry. And we have that video, and it's fucking hilarious. I've been through the lower undergraduate chemistry all the way to undergrad fucking research, and I'll probably still be doing chemistry against my will in the future. And I can tell you that that guy knows dick all about the topic. But if you ask G-Man, G-Man will tell you that that guy can teach a class if he wanted to. The reality of this situation is that no, he can't. He can't. He knows very little to nothing about the topic. But G-Man cannot accept that reality. If you are using this person to uplift yourself, you need them to be placed on sort of a pedestal of sorts. But if others are dragging them down beneath everyone else, well then how do you put them on a pedestal? That goes against what you're trying to do. That's how it works. Yes, I did get your email, Alex. I did. I checked it yesterday. And did you send me another one? Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to actually try that with my next video, Alex. Thank you for reminding me, though.
No, it's coming, and I'm never coming to your platform once you say that to me. There ain't no 2 times, 3 times. You say it once, that's it. That's it.
And even though I've said that multiple times to him, he still came on my platform.
All right, you get no warnings with me no more. The days of warnings are over. So, Aaron Raw believes I'm not worth his time. Aaron Raw will never see me go to his YouTube channel. Aaron Raw says I'm not worth his time. The only time Aaron Raw is going to be dealing with me from now on is when he comes on this channel, or if he's on a channel I feel like going to, when he's got a topic that he wants to talk about. And for every atheist I hear that say a Christian isn't worth their time, I'm never going to their YouTube channel no more. This disrespect is going to stop. Yes, Aaron told True Empiricism he's not worth his time. Aaron told Brett that he's not worth his time.
Yeah. So the guy, if y'all don't know Aaron Raw, is actually a friend of mine. I met him in real life. Like he's sort of a big thing. If you're not into the whole atheist movement thing, that's fine. You don't need to know much about him other than this guy gets paid to go travel to places, to give speeches, to meet people, greet people. People pay to eat dinner with him. I'm not even joking. That's literally part of the package when he shows up to convention. People will pay to eat dinner with him at these conventions, right? So there's stuff that he's doing on his YouTube channel. There's stuff that he's doing in real life, and people like True Empiricism, who can barely communicate, right, at a basic level, aren't worth his time. They're just not. There's better people that he could be talking to. And that's fine. Like, some of us accept it. I'm pretty sure Jeff Bezos doesn't want to spend time sitting down talking to me about the aspects of his empire. Okay, cool. He has better shit to do. G-Man does not, and I mean fundamentally does not understand that there are people in this world who are on such a tier that they don't have to deal with other people if they don't want to. That's something that his tiny brain cannot accept. Because G-Man is under the impression that you are obligated, and I mean obligated for you to give him the time of day. And I'm not joking. That's where this comes from. G-Man is actually under that impression. And this is something that I've actually asked him about a few times. Why do you think that people are obligated to give you the time of day? Why do you think you're obligated to people's time? Well, because, I say this and, and you should. Like, no. You don't tell me what I should do with my time, bozo. That's not how any of that works. My time is, guess what? My time. You don't get to dictate that. At no point in fucking time do you get to tell me what I do with my time. And if there could be an illustration of what went on, the little hamster in his brain died. He cannot process that. At all. At all. Cannot accept that. So this is his way of sort of retaliating against that, since he can't accept that.
Like, who does this guy think he is? I mean, if I lived in Texas, I bet you I was worth his time because I'd be a vote. But he ain't got to worry about it because I'm going to start tagging all of my videos to Texas subscribers. I am literally going to start making some videos about that guy on a political basis, why people should not be voting for that guy. His head is too big. It is way too big.
So at one point, Arn was trying to become, I forgot, he was trying to be in Texas legislator at some level, I forget what. But he ended up ceding to a better candidate that pretty much had all of his positions instead of pulling votes away. G-Man had no idea what those positions even were. If you ask G-Man, hey, that Arn guy, what was he trying to actually do if he got elected? Do you know any of his positions? Did you watch any of his speeches or read anything that he put out? No, he didn't. He has no idea. Well, he's an atheist, so he wants to kill all religious people. That's probably what you're going to get from G-Man. He has no idea. It was State Senate? Okay, thank you. State Senate. Just to give people a reference point, can you give an example of something G-Man's mind can understand? Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He can understand the aspects of certain card games, such as Yu-Gi-Oh. In fact, he can memorize certain cards and the flavor text and the attributes of the cards with actually pretty high degree of accuracy. Actually, if I would say that. But outside of that, something he does understand. Nothing really complex. Not abstract ideas. So metaphors are something that he can understand if something is analogous to something else. So much that it could act as a body double. So if you're talking about metaphorical language where, like in the Bible, if you describe an entire group of people as being an overweight coward or something like that, as the whole population, they're just lazy or something, he could understand that because you could extrapolate one lazy person to a group of lazy people. But if it's a bit more loose, as far as the idea or the concept is more abstract outside of just being slovenly, then it's, yeah. You understand women? No, not at all. He has a mind of a 12-year-old. I would say 13 or 14-year-old. I would 13, easily 13, 14-year-old with the attention span of an 8-year-old. Like I'm talking about extreme ADHD. He can start a conversation with you and then just completely veer off in the middle of the conversation. Now I've watched him do that. He's asked me a question, and in the middle of me giving him a response, he just walks off. And I'm like, you little bitch, like you asked me this question, and I'm taking time to explain it to you, and you just walk the fuck off? Like, fuck you, I'm gonna kick you down the fucking stairs, bitch. Like, that's what's going through my mind. But I bet he couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh for shit. No, he doesn't actually understand strategy in Yu-Gi-Oh the way that other players, because I've played Yu-Gi-Oh for years, and the way that he was just, it was kind of like, yeah, Blue Eyes White Dragon, I win. He does understand chess, believe it or not. He actually does understand how to play chess. Surprisingly, he does, and this is confirmed through Nate Brody.
So, if you know an atheist on the internet that has a show on YouTube
atheist
where you can get together and you can talk with them and they got a purpose for the show, like Christopher Monty, if he was doing Meeting of the Minds, that's a good show to go to. All right. Christopher Monty knows I'm not turning him down. I like his Meeting of the Mind shows. Okay. Who else?
Okay, the person he's talking about is Christopher Mouty. It's not Monty. I don't know. He has a hard time pronouncing Mouty's name. So this is the guy that he's talking about, Christopher Mouty. Now, he had a show called Meeting the Minds, and then that sort of went away. And now he sort of has Good and All Talks. And so it's just kind of a run-of-the-mill, let's sit down and have a chat about certain topics, and they can be fairly crude, but not my hangout crude. But if you notice, you can see who's in here quite clearly. Who's in here having these conversations. And it ain't G-Man. This was actually this weekend where we all sat down. We had talks about food, about travel, all types of things. So if you're all interested in Christopher Mouty, he has some fairly interesting topics that he discussed. Oh man, he's 30 fucking subscribers away from 1,000. Fuck yeah, put his link in here. Fuck yeah. He does classes too. He's actually a teacher. He has a background in psychology. He does research in the olfactory region, smelling and shit, literally smelling shit. So check it out. He does interviews. So if you if you want to see me in some pain, you want to see the wife, you want to see his wife, he and I were answering questions and doing things and consuming hot sauce, and that is a biscuit. That is a biscuit with nothing but hot sauce, and we both shit our brains out. So you can check out the Dragon Mouty hot sauce beatdown video, which is pretty great. So anyway, check out Christopher Mouty.
There's a show that I'm supposed to be going on soon, but they're not really popular atheists or whatever. They only got like maybe 300 subscribers. I'm going to be going to their channel sometime in the future. But I checked out their content. They're pretty respectful. And you have, sometimes the geek room can be a little bit respectful. And then there's other times I'm like, I don't even want to waste my time going on there and whatnot. But, if the only reason they want you to come on that channel is so they can laugh at you, don't go. Don't go. If you're in a room and it's like 10 of them and you're the only one there, it's a Christian, and you got them interrupting you every 2 seconds, leave the room. Don't go back. Because and the only way they're going to take you seriously if you don't go back. Don't keep going back to their rooms. Exactly. It's not worth it. It's not. Listen to me. If you want to preach the gospel, you got to be able to talk, right? You got to be able to talk. And if they're not going to let you talk, there ain't no point of going in the room.
Now, he's upset that people are just bringing him in the rooms to laugh at him. That's contingent upon his behavior, mind you. But he says that he wants to just go in and talk and have a decent conversation. Then he changed it. And some of you may have missed what he just changed it to. Let me play that again.
Room. Don't go back. Because and the only way they're going to take you seriously if you don't go back. Don't keep going back to their rooms. Exactly. It's not worth it.
Oh, Emo sent you here?
Listen,
good.
if you want to preach the gospel, you got to be able to talk, right?
If you want to preach the gospel, you got to be able to talk. Going and having a discussion with somebody and preaching are two different things. If I'm preaching to you, right, there's no back and forth. It's just me sort of dictating things to you. I'm lecturing you. That's the problem. That's the problem. This is what I'm talking about. When G-Man is explaining what happens in these scenarios, there's always dishonesty there. People start laughing at him. The conversation devolves because it becomes a G-Man show, where G-Man gets to talk over everybody, interrupt people, and insult people. He's going to leave that part out, but he's going to acknowledge here that's what he came in there to do. So when people just say, fuck it, I'm just laughing at him because he thought he was going to take this over, it didn't work, well, then G-Man's a victim. Here we go. The G-Man victim complex.
Be able to talk. And if they're not going to let you talk, there ain't no point in going in the room. You're invited to the Non Sequitur show. Oh, I get to talk to Aaron Ra. Meanwhile, there's like 8 other people there. And when you ask Aaron a question, the other people answer, and Aaron's quiet. He doesn't say anything. And then they're all jumping you, stopping you in the middle. No, that show is not worth going on. You demand that if you come on there, you make them sign something, an e-form or something like that, where you can get legal with them, make them be respectful.
Yeah, so Non Sequitur show and signing legal stuff. You should have known that was a bad idea. It ain't work out for them. It ain't going to work out for you.
People don't go in there at all. It's as simple as that. Pay attention to their viewership. When they talk about me, viewership goes up. When they talk about True, viewership goes up. When they talk about the importance of believing in speciation, when they talk about the importance of abiogenesis and all that boring garbage, nobody watches their channel, and they know it. They know that atheists want.
Well, hold on. It's garbage now. It's boring. So then why do you want to debate people about it? If you're about... So this is strange. People should be focused, G-Man, on their viewership, and you've acknowledged that having lulz cows on like yourself and True Empiricism brings the viewership, and that you also acknowledge that the topics of, science, abiogenesis, and speciation, that sort of thing, that's boring. Then are you suggesting that people bring on more lulz cows and not have the conversations that you are challenging people to in debates? That's interesting.
Want to see a Christian and an atheist get at it. They know it. And if they tell you that they're too good to come to their YouTube channel, don't you ever go to their channel. Ever. And you send them a message. I'm a human being just like you. Let's say we put Christianity to the side and we put atheism to the side. Either you show me some respect as a human being or stop inviting me to your shows.
You need to put some respect on his name right now. G-Man demands it. He demands that you respect him. Now, Dragnauct, are you saying people shouldn't respect him? Absolutely not. You should respect him. Given that you make an agreement with him ahead of time that he's going to respect you. And when you say respect, you clearly define the respect by him allowing you to speak and not interrupting you. It has to be contingent upon G-Man showing you respect and specifically mention that you don't want him to just keep interrupting you, because interruptions happen naturally, right? When you think someone stops speaking. But continuous interruption, consecutively, right? If you make this respect contingent upon G-Man respecting you, he will never agree to it because he knows that he can't control himself. And I've done this. A few of you have seen me do this. At the beginning of the conversation, I'll say, okay, cool, I'm going to respect you. You have to respect me, though. And that includes you not continuously interrupting me. Is that fair? He will never agree to it. So, and CRISPR is among some of the other people that say, look, you should never respect him. I already know if I'm going to try to extend him respect, it's more of a dog and pony show. I'm doing it just to show people who he is. I'm not doing it because I think that you should respect him, because I agree, you shouldn't. But sometimes some of the newer people need to see that when you do extend kindness to him, it's never returned. He doesn't care. He lacks empathy. So when you are going to deal with this individual, keep all of this in mind. It's not anything fantastic. It's not anything unreasonable. Hey, I just want to get out my statements. I don't want you to continuously interrupt me because you're excited and you can't control yourself. Can you show me the respect and I reciprocate it? No, he cannot.
It's that simple. When I go to Brett King's room, for example, and you guys seen it, I gotta bite my tongue. Brett's got rules in there. I gotta keep the rules in his room. There are people in there I disagree with like crazy.
It's not a real fucking gun. Help me.
G-Slave is a slave that needs no master. That need no poker. Nick James, you're terrible, man. Stop it.
His rules is you gotta be quiet while other people are talking. You can't go on and on and on, right? There are other people's rooms that you can go to and you're just free to go on and on and on and on. There's their rules for their room. Don't tell people what to do in their rooms. There are other rooms on here, like Sister Cherry's, where you're going to have to sit down and be quiet for like maybe 20 minutes before you get a chance to talk. But when you get to talk, you're going to be talking for like 10 minutes sometimes. But you're going to be respected, whether you're a Hebrew Israelite or whether or not you're a Christian. You're going to be respected. That is the kind of channel that you want to go to, where there's structure.
Where there's structure. So here we mentioned another. So we've already had the mention of one G-Man enabler, true empiricism. Now we have Brett King mentioned as he's definitely a G-Man enabler when he wants to be. He'll turn his back on G-Man, stab him in the back. G-Man knows that he's dumb, but he accepts that because from Brett King, that's an acceptable behavior for whatever reason. But then we have a third one, Sister Cherry. We have Sister Cherry, where G-Man acknowledges something that I knew already, that you're going to have to be quiet for. G-Man says 20. It's more like 10 minutes. It's not 20. 20 is too long. But yes, so she rants and raves and yells incoherently into the microphone for 10 minutes and demands that you sit there and be berated by her. But that's structure. That's structure that he endorses. But ask yourself this. Would he sit in any of our rooms for 10 minutes if someone did that to him? Think about that. Would he accept that? He wouldn't. He can't even stay quiet enough to get out fucking 2 words.
Where you're going to be respected, where you're going to be treated like a human being, where people ain't going to be like, I'm a moral person, and then treating you like your dog poop. While demanding that you treat them respectful when they come to your rooms. Everybody think I was joking when I made that YouTube video and I said that YouTube is a place where atheism comes to die. Everybody thought I was joking. YouTube is exposing what these people are all about. Not all of them. There are some, if you get some people in here a chance, some of these people are some of the nicest people you will ever meet in your life.
Now you have to ask yourself, when G-Man starts lauding people's attributes here, always ask yourself, how is this useful to G-Man? It's not, well, that person's nice because of the kindness that they extend towards others, their demeanor. There's different things that you could pick up and come to that conclusion. And it has little to no relevance with you as a person. It doesn't. But for G-Man, anytime that you hear him say stuff like this, it has a direct relation to something that's useful to him, or to how he's treated, or to what he's allowed to do, right? Always in relation to that. So wait for it, and he'll let you know. How has this person benefited G-Man? Why is he mentioning them?
Some of these atheists, you heard this come out of my mouth. Some of these people, there isn't that many of them, but some of them.
Blacks are oppressed. Oh, we're so oppressed. Look at all the fucking money we got from the fucking welfare system to buy fucking lobster tails on your fucking EBT card.
He needs to bite his younger in Brett's and Sister Cherry's channels but no one else's. He just admitted he only behaves in his coddler's rooms.
Exactly. That's why when you see him in Veckel's room, he's going to behave as well until Veckel doesn't coddle him enough. There's a point where Veckel goes, no, I am actually going to try and be fair. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that. There are points where Veckel goes, no, I'm not just going to give in to every whim that G-Man has. And then he becomes a petulant fucking child.
One of the nicest people you could ever have a private conversation with. Then there's the majority, where if you're going to go into their rooms.
All right, here's G-Man describing the interactions, and I know I'm on this fucking list, so let's hear if G-Man accurately depicts what typically happens when he enters a room of someone who may not have his best interests in mind, and said, fuck it, I'm going to treat him the way that he treats other people.
If you're going to go into their rooms, you need to say, listen, I'll stay in this room and have this conversation with you, but please don't ask me a question if you're not going to allow me to answer it. And don't laugh at me while I'm sitting right here in the room. Like, show me some type of respect. You claim you're a humanist. You claim you care about humanity. Meaning, while a human being's in the room and you're not treating me like a human being.
So if you laugh at G-Man's inane comments, the same way that he laughs at you in his rooms, that's not treating him as a human being. But if you've seen G-Man laugh at people, directly laugh at them on his channel, put 1 in the chat. If you've ever seen him do that to other people, ever. Because I found this to be a funny statement. If G-Man was stranded at a truck stop, how long would it take for him to start tapping his foot under the stalls? I give him 10 minutes. I give him good 10 minutes. I have been one of those people where I've had to sit and, this idiot's laughing at something that I said that was scientifically accurate or whatever, and wait for him to stop his hyena laugh in order to explain whatever it was we were talking about. So here come the ones. Yeah, people have. He's always does. And matter of fact, I don't think there's a conversation that he and I have had where he hasn't laughed at me or tried to with the nervous hyena laugh, with a fucking seal laugh that he does. But it's dehumanizing to him. Get that? Think about that. No, not too many people like being laughed at, but whatever. But to him, it's dehumanizing. I'm paraphrasing. Well, that's interesting. If it hurts you so much, then why do you do it to other people? He possesses no empathy for anyone at all, whatsoever.
They'll say something along the lines like, we only give people respect who deserves respect. God bless Spoken. So they'll be like, oh, we only give people respect who deserves respect. Well, if that's how you feel, then thank you for inviting me. Goodbye. I'm going to start my own hangout, or I'm going to hang out with my family or my friends, because now you're wasting my time. And that's it.
So if you conclude that based on his behavior, he doesn't deserve respect, he's going to leave. You should always respect G-Man no matter what he does, no matter what he says. Always give him the respect that he will not give you. This is why he stays in the room of his dick suckers. That's why he's always in fucking Veckel's rooms, Sister Cherry, all these other cats. Because they're going to try and bend over backwards and accept the bullshit. When he comes around these parts, he gives the same thing that he gets what he gives, essentially. He gives disrespect, he's going to get disrespect. He can't stand that. That's why he's a child.
Let them laugh at the wall. They know that they're going to lose viewership at that point, and they're going to lose money at that point.
And they're going to lose what, G-Man? Hold on for a second. Say that again.
And that's it. Let them laugh at the wall. They know that they're going to lose viewership at that point, and they're going to lose money at that point.
It's not a real fucking gun. Help me.
If he's at a truck stop, he'd get hit by a truck. Probably a few. They're going to lose money at that point. Really? Now ask yourself, why would G-Man say that? Why would he say something like that? Isn't his purpose of being on other people's channels and on here trying to convert people? He's trying to preach. He's not trying to have discussion. He's just trying to preach. Why would he be concerned with other people getting money? Well, that's a weird thing to say.
And if you think I'm making this up, go look at the numbers.
Go look at the numbers.
Everybody on YouTube knows that if you want to get numbers on here, you got to have a conversation with somebody on here about something that the audience cares about. And if you don't do it, you're not getting no viewership. You get on here talking about some, talking about some old nonsense. Hey guys, I'm here and I'm just playing with my pot. Unless you're the Amazing Atheist, you're not really getting no viewership doing that. The Amazing Atheist can fart out 5,000 views. If he can do a video with nobody there with him and fart and get 5,000 views. That's not easy for the rest of the other YouTubers on here. You know what I mean? You got to know how to talk about something. But since people now got a little bit of subscribers, they want to sit here and deceive the audience. And I don't treat the audience like you're dumb. I believe that you people are intelligent and that you people are smart enough to think for yourselves. Okay, the people that watch my channel anyway. I believe that you guys are smart. And I believe you're smart enough to be able to see that when somebody says that so-and-so is not worth my time, that they're lying. And there's a little fear involved there.
There's a little fear involved in that. Well, that's interesting. So there's always an open invitation for G-Man to grow some nuts or for Sister Cherry to give him back his nuts and for Veckel to reinsert his spine and he can come on here. When fucking Von Helton wanted to come in and yell, whatever, here you go, here's a link. When G-Man grew some fucking nuts a while back and wanted to talk to Black Guy TV, okay, cool. Make no bones about it. How often will G-Man open up a stream and let me go at him? Because the rare time that he does that, before I get out a full statement, I gotta be hidden and blocked. Why does he have such a hard on for TJ? He's jealous. He's actually jealous of TJ's success. He doesn't think that TJ is that smart of a guy, but he thinks he's talented enough to garner the type of audience. G-Man wants his audience and his E-fame. That's why. That's why you'll constantly hear him mention TJ. He's very jealous of that. Incredibly jealous of that.
I don't care what Brett Keane did before 2019. I don't care what he did. Nobody's going to sit here.
Don't care what he did. If he beat his wife, if, he set up a whole, what was it? The thing where people were calling and leaving nasty messages and emails and shit. Turns out it was him calling his own children water-headed idiots or some shit like that. G-Man does not care about the dishonesty of Brett Keane because Brett Keane is useful to him. G-Man will look past anything. That's why he defends pedophilia. That's why he defended it multiple times, dealing with Matt Bellin before. Because the people he's defending are useful to him. Now, why do you think G-Man defending a pedophile like Matt Bell would be useful to him? Only G-Man's grand wisdom would know. But he's going to find a way. But that tells you a lot about G-Man.
Here and tell me that the man who practically got all of this stuff started here on the internet regarding their community and whatnot is not worth talking to. They don't like him because he knows their dirty little secrets. Go.
So I'm not sure what dirty little secrets Brett Keane and TJ have from a bygone era on YouTube when he knew nothing about me or any of the other people who are currently on the scene talking about the same stuff that he talked about 10 years ago? What dirty little secrets how does that make any type of sense? You're listening to somebody who has constructed a conspiracy from his own delusions. Because there's circles within the circles. There's numbers within the words. There's all types of magical and mystical shit that reside in some weird realm that only he can perceive. And that all is going to play out once he caters to these individuals enough. The more he defends pedophiles like Matt Bell, the more he defends scammers like Brett Keane, the better off it'll be for G-Man in some way, shape, or form. The more people he tries to defraud, that's going to work out in his favor. Eventually. It's going to work eventually.
Oh, watch the video. The video on his channel is called, what do you call that video? Can you befriend an atheist or an agnostic? And he really gets into it. He did a fantastic job with that video. And if you can give Brett Keane $1 or something like that to say thank you for that video, go watch it.
If you could do what? If you could give Brett Keane money to tell him thank you for that video? So you should give the guy who's already been kind of iffy with money, well, other people's money, you want to encourage people to give him more money. The same guy who was trying to divert funds away from his former compatriot, Faithful God's GoFundMe, you are telling people what to do with money. The same guy who lied to people and said that he had lost his job when in fact he was working and had his other buddy, True Empiricism, go and help spread the lie, you're telling people to give somebody else money. Well, that's weird. It's not about the money. What was G-Man on here for again? Does anybody remember what G-Man said his purpose was on the inner tubes? Was it to advocate for other people to be getting money for videos that they're doing? Was that his purpose? I forgot.
You know what I mean? I believe that this community has a lot of potential. I've always seen that this community has a lot of potential, but it's important to get away from the narcissistic ones, the ones that believe that they're all that in a bag of buffalo wings. To stop supporting them, don't support their channels, don't like them, don't dislike them, don't even just stop watching them. The moment you hear I'm too good to talk to so and so, they're done. Don't watch their channel no more.
Hello, Dragnauct.
If they want to have a listen to me, you guys know I don't like Dragnauct. You guys know this. But if he wanted to have a serious one-on-one conversation about something that he actually cared about, I'll swallow my ego. And
Okay, look, before you start offering to do stuff for me, do not, under any circumstances, G-Man, start the sentence with "I'll swallow." I'm going to tell you right now, don't ever, at this point in time in your life, in the future, in the next life, ever start a sentence referring to me using those words in that order. Matter of fact, in any order, ever. Because I think it's about time for us to end this video. And if y'all want let me put the current timestamp on that. Y'all can do whatever y'all want with that clip. That's around 30 minutes and 25 seconds in. I think this is a nice time to stop the video because no, negative, no, G-Man. I don't know what you about to say at the end of the sentence. Matter of fact, I don't want to know at all. Given the type of dream that you're having and the type of thoughts that you're fighting, look, I respect people with various preferences, but I'm gonna have to kindly decline whatever it was you about to say. We can have a conversation, but it has nothing to do with you swallowing nothing. of mine. Ever. Ever. Motherfucker. Ever. Ever. So, anyway. I think that's it. Yeah. So, thank y'all for watching. We're going to move on from this point. I need to find the video, and I was trying to search through the videos that Sabella sent me. I think it was Sabella that found it. It might have been Sabella or Ali Fox. One of them found a video where he burns off his fucking eyebrows. And I want to say it was around March, so I need to find it again, because first I think I added it to the wrong playlist, so I can't find it. But I know that video's around this time, and we're going to start getting back into his dealing with Shanny, because this is sort of an intermission between his, because he wanted to wash his hands of it, but Shanny being Shanny, she started making videos again, and she wanted attention. So guess what she started doing? She started antagonizing G-Man. You can only antagonize G-Man so much. You know he's going to respond. So she got the negative attention she wanted, and then she started crying that he's responding, because we all know that anyway, it's Shanny. Shanny. It's Shanny. He's going to swallow his pride. Christopher, you say that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Was he going to say that? Are you sure? How can we be sure? We actually don't know that. And I will. Zay, give me a second. I see what you're saying on Twitch. If you're not following me on Twitch, you should. So let me put this out here for Zay.
Blacks are oppressed. Oh, we're so oppressed. Look at all the fucking money we got from the fucking welfare system to buy fucking lobster tails on your fucking EBT card.
He will swallow a Dragnauct. He just wants you to giggle first.
No. No, sir. Negative. 9. No. Thank you all for watching. I will find the video where he burns his fucking eyebrows off and talks about it. I think the video where he's in that stupid ass suit, that looks like that's post eyes being burnt off. So the dates might be a little off, but who the fuck cares? It happened all around, early 2019, doesn't matter. So when I get that for you, I think that'll be the next video. I'm going to try and make sure that's the next video. If not, it'll be the next video. So next Thursday. Thank you all again for your patronage, and there is another video that's being worked on, another edited video, and I won't spoil what it's about, but I just downloaded Alex's instructional tutorial on how to change the settings so that I don't have to keep uploading multiple versions, so I'm going to work on that. He's gay for drag. I don't know about that. So y'all have a great day, and what outro do y'all want? Do y'all want the Shanny? Do you want the Gordacity again, or do you want D-Roy? Which outro do you all want? Yes, it's over so soon. I need to go check on my son. I need to finish up some schoolwork that I have, actually. It's not due until like next week, but I want to get a jump start because there's other stuff. I want to start taking some notes for my Wednesday class in applied biotechnology. Yeah. Because I've been playing a lot of Elder Scrolls, so I want to finish that up. Then I'm gonna play some more Elder Scrolls. I'll probably be on Twitch later today. So if you do want to see me, then you need twitch.tv/Dragnauct. Yeah, and because I don't want to have a whole bunch of gaming stuff on my channel, unless y'all see me. I have an open hangout and I'm just playing. I want to relegate all that stuff there. And plus, it's like I don't catch all the comments. There's over 100 people watching, so if there's something that you want to ask me about, Twitch would be the best place since I can be focused on the chat a bit more. Do the ending with the person saying something in musical form. Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty specific. Yeah. So I got D-Roy, Shanny, D-Roy. Looks like D-Roy's winning. And looks like D-Roy. Looks like that's what we got going on. Got another for D-Roy. Got D-Roy from Twitch. And yeah, and I notice the Twitch comments more often than not because there's only a handful of people on there, and it shows up in blue, my favorite color. So hint, hint. D-Roy, yep. Everybody loves that D-Roy one. Everybody loves fucking D-Roy. All right. I'm about to start reviewing some more D-Roy too. I think I'll do that. Actually, I might play some stuff from the D-Roy playlist while I play ESO later today on Twitch. That might be what I'll do. Just maybe. Here we go. Where is D-Roy? Damn, y'all really like D-Roy. Where's every fucking song has D-Roy? I don't know why. People love the D-Roy shit. It's probably one of the funniest ones. I think the best sounding one is G-Man's. The funniest one would have to be D-Roy because it's so personal, right? Shanny and Revs is just... it might be because we have Shanny and Rev oversaturation. And I knew that was coming. That's why I'm trying to wean myself off of Shanny and Rev. I would love to, but man... This is odd for them. Usually, they just take a break. It's like, you know what? Let's just do our own thing. Let's just game and, or mukbang. But they can't help themselves. They always have to start arguing or some stupid shit like that, or just, oh my God. I'm going to talk about this later. If y'all really want to hear my thoughts on some of the shit, because I've watched a lot more Shanny and Rev that I care for this last weekend. And I've not been saying shit in chats, but I was listening to one clip where I think the youngest child came in and wanted some fucking attention, and Jason lost his shit because the child wanted some attention. It's like, motherfucker, you spend 6 to sometimes 12 hours streaming all day, all fucking day, and arguing and getting mad, and the child comes in, wants some if he wanted you just to watch him play something for 10 minutes, you can't take away from which, because it's so fucking important to you that you sit on your fucking ass all day to take 10 minutes off and go spend some time with that child. But yet you're getting fucking high and talking about how wonderful it is being a dad and all this other bullshit. That's why I called your ass out the first time. It's like, no, you don't. Like, you don't pretend that you're a father. Don't pretend that you're a dad. Don't pretend. Because a part of being a parent is being selfless. And that's the direct opposite of what you are, Jason. And you know it. You fucking know it. Shanny fucking knows it. But man, like that, I heard that and I was just like, he's a piece of shit. He's a real piece of shit. Like that, just as a father. Like, that's why I'm not on here all day. Y'all don't see me. Guess what? I'm about to go check on him again. I was playing Roblox with him. But what the fuck does Jason do? We can have a pretty good idea. He's online most of his waking hours, not interacting with the child once. He's always in here. And so what? That's what children do. Out of the one day that you've been streaming all fucking week, you say, you know what? Let me just make this about the child. If he wants to come in, if he wants to come in and interact, you know what? I'm muting and let's play some, maybe not play some GTA, play something else that's more kid friendly. No, he can't do that. He can't be bothered to fucking do that. He even heard it in Shanny's fucking arrest video. No, he mostly ignores them. There you go. That's a good Christian man for you. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about that some more later, because that just those of us who are parents, that kind of stuff like actually bothers us. It's not like the racist shit. I kind of expect. He's a tiny dick, pencil neck bitch. I expect racist shit from people like that. But just hearing the shit that he says to those kids, like that actually bothers me. Like, if y'all are wondering what kind of shit bothers me, that bothers me. So anyway, I'll play y'all some D-Roy and see y'all later.
I'm pro athlete stylist Kellyanne Barnett, and I'm here with Nicole and Miles, and we're out to find the top looks for day one back to school at Dick's.
D-Roy Cruz here, your life applications officer. Number one, anyone that's been watching my channel knows that I'm not black conscious. Neither do I baby, spoil, or agree with black people. I'm so hoarse. Just wanna thank you, Lord, that I can breathe today. Oh, I can breathe. I love me some white people. I love me some white people. That's another dumb thing that black people jump. That's another dumb thing that black people jump. I love me some white people. Black, 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 black. Next to every good black person is a fuck. Here, you stepped into Dragnaugt's territory. I'm the mob, nigga. I'm the mob, nigga. I love me some white people. I'm superior than a lot of blacks because I follow the right culture. I'm the mob, nigga. I love me some white people. You know, I've seen these atheists act like a bunch of fags. I'm the mob, nigga. I love me some white people. A woman flashing her beauty. That's like walking in a room with dog treats. Like, why are you bringing those in here? Are you trying to tease me with treats, or what are you doing? And even clean. I think women are naive. I love Jesse Lee Peterson. I think he's got a great mind. Need to watch your mouth. Need to watch your goddamn mouth. And I'm thinking, brothers, sisters, somebody know this lady. Come get your dog. Like, call off your dog, man. Get her out of here. You know. D-Roy Cruz, your life application officer, signing off. Give me something, and I'll write a video about it. God bless you. Good night.
Only you know that my God exists. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God. I will say this again. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God. Because my name ain't Donald Trump, and I'm not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know what I mean? I'm not those kind of people. How can you have a degree in any field of science and not provide any evidence for the theory of evolution is beyond me. People believe silly things like, you know, birds are dinosaurs and dinosaurs are birds and people are fish and fish are people. You know what I mean? The theory of evolution consists of me putting on a Superman cape and jumping off the Empire State Building.
Yeah, blasphemy day is way worse than being a pedophile.